Success in real estate is not 100% guaranteed, but what I want to do today is I'm going to give you 9 strategies that always work when you work them. After being in real estate now coming up on 29 years, one of the things that I found is that most real estate agents are always looking for the easy button. Well, unfortunately, there is no such thing as the easy button, but there are certain strategies that when they're used and when they're applied and they're done consistently, they always generate results. So what I want to do today is I want to break some of these strategies down, because when you apply these in your business, I've watched them time and time again help agents take their business to the next level. Now remember, a number of these strategies are going to be things that maybe you've heard about before, but maybe you need to refocus back and see how they apply in your business. One thing I would encourage you to do, because every single person's business is different, is go back and take a catalog of all the transactions you've had over the last 3 years. Look at those transactions and see, where did those come from? Did they come from sphere of influence? Did they come from open houses? Did they come from farming? What did it come from? Where did those come from? Because that's going to give you an idea of exactly what works best for you, what you're most comfortable with, and what's already working. And when you find what's already working, dive into that more and more. But the strategies I'm going to talk about today maybe will pique your interest or remind you at a time in your business, or maybe something you haven't tried yet that definitely have been working and will continue to work into the future. The first one is this: open houses. Now listen, you may be saying, oh, but everybody talks about open houses. There's a reason. It's because open houses right now are one of the most effective ways for you to get toes to toes, nose to nose with both homeowners as well as potential buyers for listings. Now you may be saying, I don't have a lot of listings. That's fine. Find an agent that's in your company or in your marketplace that has a lot of listings, and propose to them a way that you can help them get more information and market their listings. Because as we know, as days on markets continue to go, people are looking for, listing agents are looking for more ways to show their value and to potentially get the house sold for their sellers. But a listing agent that has 40 listings can't go out there and man an open house every weekend. So why don't you start building those relationships if you don't have them? If you have listings, this is a great way for you to show additional value to your listings. Here's what I would suggest with open houses. Start with door knocking, or at least calling all of the local neighbors to let them know that the open house is happening in the coming couple of days. The reason we want to do this is we want to make them aware that an open house is happening, so that when they see that, they have an opportunity to come see the house themselves, or to let friends or family members know that might be interested. One of the things that we love to do is that if you're having an open house for, say, a 3-hour window or a 2-hour window, open the house 1 hour before. Be at the house 1 hour before. Make that available just to the owners in the neighborhood. Let them know that's kind of a special deal. Hey, if you'd like to see this house before the crowds come, or before the open house in general, feel free to stop by. It's just for the owners in the neighborhood, so that you or your clients can see the place first. This is a great way to be able to identify those people that are the nosy neighbors, so to speak, in that neighborhood that may be interested in possibly selling their home now or in the future. Open houses are a great way for you to have the opportunity to find both buyers and sellers in any market environment. Number 2 is Google My Business optimization. Now this is something that has only been around for a short period of time, but I have to tell you, every single agent that we have worked with, that we have taken the time to add 100 photos, and I'll tell you a little more about that in just a second, that we have taken the time to make sure that they have reviews in place, that they have given descriptions of the things that they do, the expert they are, and that we've optimized their Google My Business page. Every single one of them has generated deals within the next 6 to 12 months. Some of them have generated tons of deals, because now they become the person, when search is done, that has the most full report of Google My Business, which gives them an opportunity to have opportunities to meet new people that are looking for a realtor in their located area, in their specific area. Couple of things on Google My Business. One of the things that I would say is make sure you have 100 pictures in there. Now, if you have reviews on other places, take some photos of those reviews, utilize those as photos there. If you have certain reviews, now you can't just tag these, so what you want to do is when you're uploading those photos, make sure you're titling those photos with something about the area. In other words, if you're going to take a photo and you're going to add it of a specific park in your area that everyone will recognize, title the photo that file for the photo as whatever park it is in whatever area you're in. That way it gives Google an understanding of what that photo is about. It kind of gets you that Google juice, so to speak, on the photos as well. Make sure you're driving your reviews over there. Make sure that you've optimized everything they ask for. Fill it out. Give them the information about times that you're open. Give them the information about your address. Give them the information about who you are, your experience. All of those things add value, and it gives you the ability that most people, whether they find you organically on Google or they meet you or you have an opportunity to generate some business with them, they're going to go to Google and they're going to search your name. This is a great place and a great way to be able to frame your business in a way that helps you drive those listings and those buyers to your business in a way that helps you grow. Number 3 is geographical farming. It works. That's why every top producer that I know has a farmed area that they specifically add value to in a way that helps them get opportunities for listings. What is it for you? What's your favorite neighborhood that you've sold in? Does it have someone in that neighborhood that actually is an expert? Most neighborhoods don't have someone that takes over 20% of that market share. This gives you an opportunity. Begin to build the plan of action for geographical farming. If you're not sure exactly how to do this, there's a link above that's going to show you a video that goes through a number of different ways that you can build your geographical farm, and you can hear from other agents that are doing this in their market. I hope this is going to give you the opportunity to choose that specific farm or to add another one as far as an arrow to your quiver, so to speak, so that you generate more listings than you've ever generated before in the coming year. Number 4 is consistent database email campaigns. Now listen, this is where we're taking our database, those folks that we've worked in the past, those owners that we've talked to, those buyers, potential buyers that we have, all the people that are in our database, and we're basically going to have a consistent flow of information going out so that we stay top of mind. Now this could be a newsletter where you're talking about what's going on in the market. I love to utilize a bomb video that's embedded into the email that actually gives them an update or talks about a specific listing. This would be something where it would be at the top of the page. Then I love to have a couple of other things. Community events that are going on. Now this could be a monthly or this could be a weekly email that's going out. If it's going to be weekly, it should be to the point and very specific to your area and properties that are out there. But if it's going to be on a monthly basis, I like to have the top part be a video that's talking about what's going on in the market or upcoming events. I like to have events information below, and then I like to have some listings that are there, and then some type of a call to action, like if you're curious about homes that are specifically meeting your criteria, click the button below. It links them to your website where they go and they are actually able to do some search, and it gives you the opportunity with ours to capture their information and make sure that we see what it is that they're looking for and maybe help them in a better way. Consistent email marketing keeps you consistently top of mind, which leads to more business and more referrals. Number 5 is buying online leads. Listen, before you ever spend a penny on buying online leads, make sure that you have a specific strategy and a plan of action in place to make sure that you follow up with those leads in a way that gives you the best ability to convert on those leads. That could be a time frame that you want to make sure that you're calling those folks within. I believe it says within 10 minutes, if you reach out to someone that's registered on your website within 10 minutes, it's like a 900% better chance that you're going to convert those leads. So make sure that you're following those criteria. Do you have a plan of action in place that texts them, that emails them, that gives you the opportunity to talk to them on the phone to identify how it is that you can help them? Are they a short term? Are they hot and ready to buy in the next 3 months? Or are they someone that's just starting the process that you're going to nurture a little bit? Whatever it is, have your plans of action in place. What I found with online leads are that the better the follow-up, the better the leads end up being. It's very consistent. Listen, if you aren't following up with leads that are bought online, I promise you somebody else is, and they're generating those conversion rates that you're looking for. Number 6 is an expired listing campaign. As we see the days on market continue to go up, as we continue to see the number of listings that are expiring, listen, we're just now beginning to see this depending on where you are, because the expired listings are listings that were taken 6-9 months ago. Now we're at a place where if you can develop a plan of action, now listen, one call is only going to get you so much. Most times you have to have a consistent plan of action of adding value to those expired listings. Maybe it is delivering a packet about things that most people don't realize about why their house may not have sold. It's having the conversations with folks. It's giving them options. It's a consistent mail, email, text, whatever it is for you, campaign. If you go online and you just search up expired listing campaigns, there are thousands of videos out there that will show you ways that you can adapt a specific plan of action for you that makes you comfortable and gives you the opportunity to take advantage of these. Expired listings campaigns are a way that you can absolutely generate listings in 2023. Number 7 is circle prospecting. If you're not aware of what circle prospecting is, this is the old school way where we used to have the maps. We would take a specific house that either had some activity, whether that be a new listing, a price reduction, or had just recently sold. And we would circle the houses on the map that were 20 to 25 houses that were closest to this house. And we would pick up the phone and we'd call and let people know about that action that that activity that just happened, giving them the opportunity to have a conversation with us. We wanted to just identify who it was by just adding value in a way that we weren't trying to sell them anything. We were just building relationships. We were building our database. So circle prospecting looks something like this. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, this is Jimmy Burgess with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Not sure if you realize this or not, but the house four doors down from yours just sold. The price actually moved the values up. Just curious if you'd like to know information about this house and how it affects your place. Most people are going to say yes, and it gives you the opportunity then to add value to them. We always like to end the calls a couple of ways. My goal when I was circle prospecting was to get an email address so that I could stay in touch with those folks. What I really wanted to do was to be able to plug them into my systems. We talked about email campaigns that were consistently going out. That was the folks that I was adding to my database and that I had a specific plan for. What we really want to do is we want to begin to build a relationship. Ending the call with, hey, I'd love to keep in touch. If you don't mind, I'd love to get your email address. I'm not going to bombard you, but I just want to make sure that as things happen in the neighborhood, you're aware of them. And if you ever have any questions, just know that I'm available. Is email okay for me to keep in touch? Typically, they're absolutely going to say yes. If they don't, you really don't want them in your database because it's a waste of time anyway. Another thing is if the value of their home never comes up, ending a call with, I would be the worst realtor in the world if I didn't at least ask if there's a price where you might consider selling. This is a great way for you to have that conversation and begin to build your database full of people that have let you know their intentions to sell in the future, a price where they might consider selling, and that you can begin to add value. Circle prospecting absolutely works in building your database and building opportunities for you to grow your business. Next up is just listed and just sold campaigns. You wonder, why do so many people send these mailers out? It's because they work. Now listen, they're going to be about a 1 to 3%, depending on the area, return rate, where you're going to get opportunities for new listings or for potential buyers, but they absolutely work. One of the things that I would say is the consistency. If you're going to send a just listed letter that's going to go out or a postcard that's going to go out, be prepared to send a under contract one that goes out that tells people when it goes under contract. Then be prepared to follow up with a just sold one. The series and the consistency of this shows someone that you're serious about giving them information. It also helps if you'd follow these up with a quick phone call after the fact to see, hey, I wanted to make sure you got the information, see if you had any questions. Very easy to do. Just listed, just sold campaigns absolutely work. And the more follow-up you do after you send those letters out or those postcards out, the better results you're going to get. Last but not least, for sale by owner campaigns. Now, we saw this literally last year and the last few years where the market was so hot that literally somebody could put a sign up and they would get multiple offers for their house. And because the market was so hot and because the seller side was so strong, a lot of times they necessarily didn't always need a great agent to help them maximize that price. The market was doing it for them. That is not the case anymore. Now they're competing with more listings that are on the market. Now they have investors who are coming because of the shift in the market, and they're looking for opportunities to take advantage or to find opportunities for places where they can invest at a very reduced price. For sale by owners, now more than ever, need our help as realtors. They need your professionalism. They need your information. They need your knowledge. And they need the strategies you have to give them the ability to sell their house faster and for a higher price with less hassles. Beginning to put together a campaign where you're adding value. And you can go online and you can find tons of these. But what I would suggest is have it where it gives them what they need. They need information about the closing process. They need information. Now some people are like, don't give them all your information. I would say give them as much information as you feel possible. And in my case, I gave them all the information I had because what I wanted them to see is that I was giving rather than trying to take. Eventually, most for sale by owners in this type of market environment end up listing their house. Who are they going to give it? Who are they going to give an opportunity to take that listing? The person who gave them the most value during the time. It is an opportunity for you to give back to this marketplace, to give information to for sale by owners that can help them. And if they end up selling themselves, they're going to think highly of you and just simply ask them, hey, when you sell your house, Could I be the agent that helps you buy one? Because obviously if you're going to sell this, you're probably moving somewhere else. Gives you the ability to generate business in a way that adds value to the marketplace, and it always comes back to you. Listen, if you'll go out there and you'll be consistent with these strategies that always work, as long as you work them, I promise your business can't help but grow. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.